Hey everybody, my name's Sean. I'm going to be doing a series of videos called Understanding Genesis. I really feel it is important to try and help other Christians out there understand what was written in Genesis, as well as other parts of the Bible. But it's particularly important because of what the Lord said in Isaiah, where He told us that He declares the end from the beginning. And if you don't have the correct foundation in your understanding of the beginning, obviously you might not be able to see what He's trying to show you regarding the end and where we're headed. So my purpose for these videos is to try and set the foundation in people's minds of the true message that God was trying to tell us. And I hope to give you as much scriptural reference and tools so that you can see this and understand it for yourselves. So I'm going to be starting off with who are the sons of God. And in Genesis 6 verse 4, there's this very famous quote or verse that says, "There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men." Now, I'm going to go straight to focusing on the sons of God, where if you actually look at what the Hebrew translation for that is, it was written as sons of God. Okay, and the tool that I'm using for investigating this is called the eSword. It's a free to download piece of software. You can make a donation if you like, but what it allows you to do is it allows you to download many versions of the Bible. The one that I'm particularly interested in is the KJV with the little plus sign next to it. That gives me the Strong's Concordance. So it means you can find any word in the Bible that's in English, and it'll have a little number next to it. And when you pick on that number, it'll actually tell you where that was derived from. So in this case over here, for example, if I were to have clicked on God, it would tell me that is H430. And it shows me, well, the Hebrew version of what was written is Elohim. And if you go into the rest of the Bible and you start to investigate how the scriptures were put together, for example, in the book of Job, it says, "Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord." Now, the sons of God were the angels. They were a race of beings created by God. And why do I say that we're not the sons of God is because if you read in the book of John, it says, "But as many as received him, to them gave he the power to become the sons of God." Okay? We aren't sons of God yet until we are born again. In Galatians, it tells us to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. So if we're not sons of God, what are we? If you look right back at Genesis 6 verse 4, the way it was written is the sons of God came in unto the daughters of Adam. That is actually what it was written. The daughters of Adam. Okay? And why this is important for you to understand is you need to understand the true story that was written here. Many Christians do not fully grasp that this is what happened, that there was a rebellion and angels came down and chose wives for themselves. And this is what God is telling us in the book of Genesis and in other parts of the Bible as well. For example, if you do the same exercise and you go and look in the book of Ezekiel, when the Lord is speaking to Ezekiel, He is addressing him as Son of Man multiple times. He says, "He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do?" Okay. Again, if you were to go and see what was actually written in Hebrew, okay, it is son of Adam. Okay. If God wanted us to understand Genesis 6 as simply men choosing wives for themselves, He would have said the sons of Adam. It is important that people realize this. So I'm going to end the video on that point. I hope that you'll go and do your own reading of the scriptures, go and get the eSword, get the Strong's Concordance, see what was written, and then I will continue with my next message after this one. Thank you, and blessings in Jesus' name, guys.